Now, 27 storm track weather with Chief Meteorologist Cameron Hopman.
Well, here it is, rain and snow moving back in across southern Wisconsin, and this is just the beginning of it because eventually we'll see not only this rainfall spread throughout the entire region, but again, transition to a very heavy wet snow that is expected to impact your morning commute early Thursday. So you can see a lot of that moisture still well off to the west of us, but it is inching closer ever so slightly at this time. A lot of that green off to the west. The National Weather Service expecting that to transition again into that wet snowfall, so much so that the National Weather Service has expanded that winter weather advisory to also include parts of Iowa County, Dane County, as well as Jefferson County. That kicks off at midnight. It will last through 6 a.m. during that 6-hour stretch, accumulating snowfall, very slushy, slick road conditions. Possibilities as well. Here's your Doppler radar. You can see some of that Doppler bringing in snow chances already. I'm not expecting this transition to actually really get underway until midnight or 1 o'clock in the morning. So the rain will spread across the entire region first before we start to see that transition really take hold. So a couple areas that you're seeing that white on your screen, likely just rainfall at this time because temperatures here at the surface are way too warm to support any real chances of snowfall quite yet. It does look as though we are still dry on Madison's east side. Our Constellation camera looking up at the state capitol there. We are still at 39 degrees, some 7 degrees warmer than we need to be for that snowfall to begin to fall. Wind still from the south, 8 miles per hour. It's still mild. Our average high temperature this time of the year, about 30 degrees. So we're still 9 degrees north of that. Here we go, midnight. That's when the snow really gets underway, pushing through the region. Now we do have an updated snowfall projection along with that winter weather advisory, again being expanded to include Iowa, Dane, and Jefferson counties. So this is 2 o'clock in the morning. I want you to pay attention to the state line. Notice those areas closer to Platteville, Monroe, Janesville, showing more of a rainfall event rather than a snowfall event. Now, it's not to say those areas won't get snow, but the total accumulations for those areas will likely be fairly minimal because it is going to be more of a rainfall event for those 3 communities I just mentioned. Notice by 6 o'clock, some of us still dealing with that snow up until about 8 o'clock in the morning. That's when the last of that snowfall begins to move out. And even as that snow moves out, winds begin to take over. Wind gusts as high as 30 miles per hour. Let's look at some of our model runs showing as much as 2 to 4.5 inches of snow expected from the system between now and tomorrow morning. What I'll say about that is, yes, there's a wide range of these snowfall totals in our projection model data, but it's still very warm out there, and a lot of the snow is the initial snow is going to melt on contact with the surface. So Madison still expecting about 1 to 3 inches. Northern Dane County could see 3-4 inches. It's possible we could see up to around 5, maybe 6 inches north of Madison tonight into early tomorrow morning. Your morning commute obviously will be impacted by this snowfall, but by the time tomorrow evening's commute gets underway, things are looking a lot calmer and quieter. However, we are tracking an additional chance of light snow, especially south of Madison, Friday morning. Beyond that, quieter conditions finally returning. Saturday, Sunday, a high temperature 30, and Saturday, that morning, a morning low near 11. Wind chill values near 0. Early Saturday morning. Yeah, so a little bit of a taste of winter after all this spring-like weather we've gotten.
It's been a while since we've had the boots out.
It has been a bit.
Yeah.
All right, get ready. Thank you, Cam.